Echoes of the Horizon. Chapter 3, The Signal.
The transport roared across the desolate landscape, its reinforced tires grinding over uneven terrain. Inside, the silence was broken only by the hum of the engine and the occasional crackle of static from the comms. Aria Velos gripped the controls tightly, her sharp gaze fixed on the horizon. Beside her, Kai Soren was slumped in his seat, one hand resting on the rifle across his lap. In the back, Dr. Vinacasta sat hunched over the containment unit, his expression grim as the golden energy within pulsed faintly, casting eerie shadows on the walls. "How far to the dead zone?" Kai asked, breaking the silence. 2 hours if we don't hit a storm," Aria replied without looking at him. Kai grunted, "And if we do? Then we hope the transport holds up." Behind them, Vin let out a frustrated sigh. "This is madness," he muttered, his eyes glued to the tablet in his lap. "Do you even know what you're heading into?" "The dead zone's off the grid," Aria said, her tone clipped. "No council surveillance, no patrols. It's the best place to figure out what we're dealing with." Vin shook his head. "You mean the best place to die?" "Doc," Kai said, glancing back at him, "we've survived worse than this. Try to have a little faith." "Faith won't stop that thing from tearing open the fabric of reality." Vin shot back, pointing to the containment unit. "The Relic is broadcasting a signal across dimensions. It's only a matter of time before something answers." Aria's jaw tightened. "Then we'd better figure out how to turn it off before that happens." The dead zone was a stretch of wasteland unlike any other. Once a thriving metropolis, it had been obliterated during the collapse, leaving behind a crumbling skeleton of skyscrapers and bridges. The air here was thick with radiation, and the electromagnetic storms that plagued the area made it uninhabitable. Even the council avoided it. As they approached the edge of the zone, the transport systems began to glitch. The dashboard lights flickered, and the comms sputtered with static. Aria slowed the vehicle, her eyes scanning the ruins ahead. "Great," Kai muttered, tightening his grip on his rifle. "I love it when the tech stops working." Aria parked the transport beneath the skeletal remains of an old highway overpass. The shadows of the crumbling structure offered some cover from prying eyes. She killed the engine and turned to the others. "We go on foot from here," she said. "Kai, you're on point. Vin, stay close and don't wander off." Vin scowled but nodded. "I don't have a death wish." The team moved cautiously through the ruins, their steps echoing against the cracked pavement. The air was eerily still, save for the occasional gust of wind that carried with it the faint sound of distant static. Aria's visor scanned their surroundings, its HUD displaying faint energy readings that seemed to flicker in and out of existence. "This place is giving me the creeps," Kai said, his voice low. "Feels like something's watching us." "You're not wrong," Aria replied, her tone grim. "The energy readings here are off the charts. Stay sharp." As they ventured deeper into the dead zone, the signal from the Relic grew stronger. Vin's tablet beeped incessantly, the readings on its screen fluctuating wildly. "It's reacting to something," he said, his voice tinged with both fear and fascination. "The signal, it's resonating with the environment, like it's waking something up." Aria stopped in her tracks. "What do you mean, waking something up?" Before Vin could respond, a low, rumbling sound echoed through the ruins. The ground beneath their feet vibrated, sending loose debris tumbling from nearby buildings. Kai raised his rifle, his eyes scanning the shadows. "Contact," he said sharply. From the darkness emerged a figure, humanoid but distinctly alien. Its body was cloaked in a shimmering black substance that seemed to ripple like liquid metal. Its eyes glowed an unsettling shade of blue, and as it moved, the air around it distorted, as though reality itself were bending to its will. "What the hell is that?" Kai muttered, his finger hovering over the trigger. The creature tilted its head, studying them with an unnerving stillness. Then, without warning, it lunged. "Move," Aria shouted, diving behind a crumbling wall as the creature's attack sent a shockwave through the air. Kai opened fire, his plasma bolts striking the creature's shimmering form, but the energy seemed to dissipate on impact. "It's not working," Kai yelled, frustration evident in his voice. "Vin, any ideas?" Aria called out as she fired her sidearm, aiming for the creature's head. Vin was frantically typing on his tablet, his eyes darting between the Relic and the readings on his screen. It's not fully in our dimension. That's why your weapons aren't affecting it." "Then how do we stop it?" Aria demanded. Before Vin could answer, The creature unleashed a piercing shriek. The sound reverberated through the ruins, sending waves of disorientation through the team. Aria gritted her teeth, fighting to stay focused as the creature advanced. Then, suddenly, the Relic's containment unit began to glow brighter. The golden patterns within pulsed in sync with the creature's movements, and for a moment it hesitated. "It's connected to the Relic," Vin shouted. "It's reacting to the signal." Aria's mind raced. If the Relic was somehow linked to the creature, perhaps it could be used against it. She grabbed the containment unit, its surface warm to the touch, and held it out toward the creature. "Aria, what are you doing?" Kai yelled. "Trust me," she said through gritted teeth. The creature paused, its glowing eyes fixating on the Relic. The air around it shimmered violently, as though it were caught between dimensions. Aria felt the weight of the Relic intensify, its energy surging through her. With a desperate yell, she activated the containment unit, releasing a burst of golden light that engulfed the creature. The light faded, and the creature was gone. Aria collapsed to her knees, her breath ragged. The Relic's glow had dimmed, but its energy still pulsed faintly, as though satisfied. "What just happened?" Kai asked, lowering his rifle. Vin approached cautiously, his eyes wide. "You didn't destroy it, you sent it back." "Back where?" Aria asked, her voice hoarse. "Wherever it came from," Vin replied. "But that doesn't mean it's over. The signal is still broadcasting. Others will come." Aria pushed herself to her feet, her grip on the Relic tightening. "Then we'd better figure out how to stop the signal. Fast." As the team retreated to the transport, the ruins around them seemed to grow quieter, as though the dead zone itself were holding its breath. In the distance, storm clouds gathered, their electric arcs illuminating the darkening sky. The Relic pulsed faintly in Aria's hands, a reminder of the dangers yet to come. "This thing is more than we bargained for," Kai said as they climbed into the transport. Aria nodded. "But it's also the key to something bigger, and I'm not letting the Council or anyone else decide what that is." The transport roared to life, its engine cutting through the silence as it sped away from the ruins. Behind them, the storm loomed ever closer, a harbinger of the challenges still ahead.